Harley. I've been doing parkour and free running for roughly 8 years, and I am a student of movement. That means I do breakdancing, I do martial arts, and progressively I'm just trying to understand my body on a whole entire new level.
'Cause I will get time to realize it's right before my eyes, and I can take it if it's what I want to do.
Parkour is going from point A to point B and overcoming any obstacles in between those points in the most efficient manner possible. Parkour is an art, not a sport for the most part, because when you're practicing it, there isn't the thought that you have to beat someone. It's more about self-progression and pushing yourself to new levels and then being better than you were yesterday. It's a state of meditation when you're just moving through the environment and moving with your body. It takes my mind off the world and it puts me in a good place. The hardest thing for you to learn through parkour is actually flow. Flow is the ability to chain movements together, and you work on that till the day you stop or die, and it's something that you can only get through experience and continuous hours upon hours of training. You can throw out power moves, you do individual moves all together, but being able to chain them together and move through your environment fluidly is the top and highest level. On campus, the first hot spot was where we are right now, the quad. This is where we started. And when we expanded all throughout campus, we hit up the academic rows, we trained by the residential life. Parkour can be done anywhere, just as much as tricking can.
Next year, I'll have no time to think about the questions to address. Am I the one to try to stop the fire? I wouldn't test you, I'm not the best you could have attained. Why try any?
So there's this thing called bailing, and what happens is that you have the confidence, you start to go through the move, but in the middle of the movement you freak out or you freeze up. Now the dangers behind that are that A, you're probably already doing a high amplitude move, and if you stop that, you're now in danger of falling from a higher height, and therefore you're more likely to get hurt. But the second part is that you're disrupting your body's natural movements. If you're doing like a backflip, if you were to continue doing the backflip, more than likely you're going to land on your back and be able to roll out of it because you have continuous momentum. But if you were to do a backflip and then open up, you stop your body's rotation. So honestly, you go from having a rotation to opening flat up and slamming on your back. You develop strategies to deal with fear. That's what stops you from learning moves in the first place, is fear. You start ghosting moves, saying what would you do, or see yourself actually doing it. Learn how to roll and break fall and take your falls properly, and then you destroy the fear of falling altogether. If you fall, you get back up and you're like, that didn't hurt, and you just try it again. Versus people who don't really train in that level, the next moves become hard for them because they're afraid of falling. All these civilians just walking. That's their everyday activity. They walk between point A and point B. That's how they get from place to place. But what makes parkour freeing is that you are now going back to your roots. We used to do parkour before we even knew what it was. We wanted to learn how to get to places, how to get around our environment, and be part of our environment. A lot of people disconnect themselves with the modern world and their surrounding environments. So what parkour does is it separates you from that. For a moment in time when you're practicing it, you're literally in the moment. You see every piece of concrete, ground, grass, and you learn how to incorporate it in your movement. So at that time, you have literally been dropped to a place and you're aware of everything. And that is freeing in the essence that you are no longer bound by your previous mental blocks.